So what does it mean when people say, "The Lord is my portion"? I promised I would explain this yesterday when I came across that phrase in the Book of Lamentations. Um, and when I was younger, I used to always wonder about that. Like I hear people say, "The Lord is my portion," but I was like, "What does that mean? Does that mean this is my little piece of God that I get to have, or something like that?" And I'm not sure. I'm not sure people always know what it means either, even when they say it, which is kind of a weird thing. But anyway, it actually goes back to the Old Testament. It goes back to when um, God was dividing the land. He was speaking through Moses and dividing the land amongst the different tribes of Israel. The land of Canaan, that was the land flowing with milk and honey and everything that they wanted to after they had left Egypt and been in the wilderness and everything else. And finally got to the point where they were dividing the land and saying, okay, God was saying this tribe gets this boundary to this boundary, and this tribe is getting this boundary to this boundary. But to the Levites, this is what he says to Aaron in Numbers 18:20. The Lord said to Aaron, "You will have no inheritance in their land, nor will you have any share among them." So far, kind of a bummer. But then he says, "I am your share and your inheritance among the Israelites." And so when people say the Lord is my portion, it's actually pretty beautiful, because what it's saying is that having the inheritance of God is more important than any material inheritance you can get in the world. All these tribes are getting, oh, we're finally here. We're out of Egypt. We're out of slavery. We've been wandering in the wilderness. We finally get this land, these pastures, this land flowing with milk and honey. And it's saying that the one who got the best inheritance was the tribe that got God as their inheritance. They were the ones who took care of the tabernacle. They're the ones who assisted the priests and were priests, some of them. And it's saying that that was the most important. That was the best inheritance of all the different tribes of Israel. And so when people say the Lord is my portion, what we're really saying is the Lord is my inheritance, and the most important inheritance that I can ever get above any material thing in this entire world that you could ever get. And it's actually a really beautiful thing. And in the context of the story too, you have to think about, this is everything that they hoped for. They were, ever since they left Egypt, they were promised this land, and they finally get to the land, and God is saying to them, okay, guess what? You don't get any of this land, but you get me. And when we say that that's he's our portion, we're saying when we reject everything else, if we had the choice between the best of the best things in this life, we would still choose God every time.